Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Practice Gratitude Success Show. And as usual, I've got a great show planned here. And before I introduce my guest, my co-host today, very special person, I want to go ahead and just welcome everybody who's here today. I see Chris. Welcome, Chris. Thank you for being here. Len, Terry, welcome for being here. Tanya, we have the TNT ladies right here today. We have Tara Ann Moffat, we have Tanya Niemick and Nicole Harris. So the TNT ladies are here today. So the person that is going to be my co-host today is somebody that most everybody here knows. Oh, hold on one sec. They're having a trouble with the link. I sent her the link, but let me go ahead and just and give her the link. I guess she didn't get it in the email, and then I will bring her over, and then I will introduce our her co-host today. So let me just go over here for a second. Boom, and go boom, boom like this. And bring it right over. Go boom, boom, bam. Okay. Oh, I might be bringing Jackson in. Well, anyways, before it goes to my co-host today is Christy Kelly. If you everybody knows Christy. Most people know Christy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce Christy. I'm going to give her a proper introduction. I mean, I could just ad lib it, but she actually wrote something down. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mention all the things that she wanted me to say about her today. So let me just scroll up here and and give that little introduction. So I think she just popped in, but then she popped back out. She's having trouble getting in. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce her. And in the meantime, why she gets in, why she comes coming in here, I will give the introduction in the meantime here. So Christy Kelly is an entrepreneur, a business owner, a minister, a wife, and host of the popular internet shows Friday Night Live. I never missed that show. Thursday Night Live and Sunday Night Live. Now, Christy met her and business and ministry partner Jackson. Now, a lot of us know who that guy is, Jackson J. Man Kelly, during an entrepreneurial venture that Jackson was doing in Seattle. Well, Jackson was operating a successful internet cafe in downtown Seattle. They fell in love with each other, and Christy fell in love with being an entrepreneur. From there, they have owned and operated several businesses, both online and offline. Now, finding a niche, however you pronounce that, using conventional marketing to contact businesses, professionals in many different professional fields. They work exclusively with one person in each professional field in order to provide them with leads, customers, and contacts so they can focus on selling. Though Christy has enjoyed being an entrepreneur for over 15 years, her first and foremost love is ministry and spreading God's love. Currently, Christy and her husband feel led to a mission much greater than themselves, a pursuit to educate and empower everyone that they come in contact with the knowledge and know how the know-how of living in true health. So I'm looking to see if she's popped in here yet. Let me see.
Hey, Bob, can you see and hear me okay?
I hear you. I hear you, Christine. I'm trying to. I'm gonna send your husband Jackson the link. I sent him the wrong link. So welcome, Christy. Did you hear the introduction?
I did. Thank you
Well,
so much.
thank you so much. And I'll be there in just a second. I am just going ahead and I'm typing in the
Okay, is
the
everyone
link.
able to see my cam?
I'll be there in just a second. I sent him the wrong link. Would have been the link to come over. Then she would have been stealing your thunder. And we don't need that guy to come over here and steal your thunder. This is your day. Now are you muted? Okay,
Yeah,
you're
Jane,
up.
will do
So
that.
I am so excited to have you here because this is awesome. This is so cool to have you here. Now am I muted? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you great. There was a little bit of an echo, so I'm muting mine in between.
I'm excellent. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so yes, well,
Hello,
Christy,
Practice Gratitude Success Nation. Thank you for having me on your show, Bob. It's so good to be here with you guys.
thank you so much. Yeah, we do have an echo. You are echoing a little bit. I don't know if I am, but I think but you have like a little echo going on. Okay, let's test it. Say something. Say thank you. I'm
Is
glad
that
to be
better?
here.
Can you guys hear me all right?
I can hear you, but it's like a little garble. It's not really an echo, so it's kind of like a garble or something. We'll just run with it. We'll just run with it. So Christy, thank you again. Thank
Is
you for
that any better?
that's a little bit better. It is
A
a little
little
bit.
bit better? Okay.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, again, thank you so much for being here. You know, I just want to share with everybody. I met you and Jackson, of course. Most of the people that I have on this show are friends, people that we meet online and things like that. But I met you guys in person. It was in Austin, Texas, about a year and a half ago, and you guys took me out to lunch, and it was awesome. I mean, we went to this place. I ate all the food there. The bill was like hundreds of dollars and stuff like that. So of course, I was hoping for you. We're looking to see who's going to pull their money out of the pocket. You guys did first, so. But thank you so much. It was so wonderful to meet you guys, and I felt this real strong connection ever since I met you guys. It's just so cool. You are truly one of the coolest couples that I've ever met in my life, and I mean it seriously from by my heart. You both exude this warmth and love, and it's just so awesome to be connected with you, and I really appreciate. I value your friendship, both of you guys. It's just so cool to have you guys in my life. So thank you so much. Christy, let me ask you a question. Let
Thank
me
you
ask you.
so much, Bob. I mean, when we met, Jackson was saying he had met you and talked with you before we met, like physically, but wow, when we met, it just all came into sync. You were just as amazing in person as you were online. And I remember Jackson saying, he's a keeper. He's got a great heart, and he was right. Every single day you proved that, right?
Well, one thing we didn't do that I sort of regret, we didn't go see the bats. We were in Austin, Texas, and that's where they have the largest concentration of like bats, I think, in the world. And they're underneath like one
Yeah, I
bridge.
have yet to see the bats. Maybe next year.
Yeah, absolutely. But because of all the meetings we had that were going on at that time, and so I think the bats come out right out at sunset. They all come out. There's like a couple million of them. There's some enormous amount of bats that fly out underneath that bridge in Austin, Texas. And so I actually went there like the next morning. I went for a run in the morning before our event, and I could see a lot of all the bat guano and stuff like that. If anybody doesn't know what that is, Google it. Google bat guano. But it was so cool. It was so cool. It was so cool to have you. Yeah, because most of the people we meet, most of the people that you and I meet when we're online, it's just online, and we can make great friendships there. We really can. But it takes to another level when you can go to an event and meet people like we did on that weekend. So that was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really puts it in your heart like a fire that it's family. It totally does. You feel like you're family online, but then when you meet in person and wrap your arms around each other, it just brings it to a whole new level for sure.
I know that's super cool to do that. So you guys are got some pretty cool things going on. You got your which you didn't have when we met a year and a half ago. You didn't have Friday Night Live. You didn't have Thursday Night Live. You didn't have Sunday Night Live. You didn't have all these things. So you guys together are just growing and expanding. It's so cool to watch what you're doing like that. It's so neat.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of blown our minds. We were like, oh my gosh, a third show. But we've been kind of really led by God all through this. And it started with Friday Night Live, and we've gotten warm and great reception with every show. So we just keep on going on, going on. Oh, I see you've got your greens. Cheers.
Actually, it's not. These are not my greens. These are my blues.
Blues. Ooh.
I've been putting a scoop of green and a scoop of red in there, and I was hoping it was going to turn blue, but it didn't. It's still kind of greenish, but it's fun.
Green is strong.
It's fun. This is my second glass. During the show, it's my second glass of my blues. First thing I get in the morning. First thing I do, I get up and I have a glass of my blues first thing in the morning, and then I go and I do my run. I do my video and that kind of stuff, and then when I come back, when I do this show, I have my second one. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be taking these things. I wouldn't be taking because it was about a year ago. It was about a year ago when Jackson called me. I remember I was in a parking lot, and I was actually going through a kind of a tough time during this time last year. I was doing my gratitude, I was still doing it, but I was going through a kind of a difficult time, And you guys know what that is. Len knows he was around. He knows some of the stuff that I was going through at that time. But it was difficult. And Jackson was telling me on the phone. He says, you gotta get on this stuff. This really cool stuff. These really cool products. It's 100% organic. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, that's cool, But at that point, I just wasn't really thinking about anything anything extracurricular from what I was kind of like in a hole. And when you're in a hole, you want to get out of the hole. The only thing you want to do is when you're in the abyss, you just want to climb out. You want to do whatever you can do to get out of the And he said, what I'm going to, I'm actually going to pay. I'm going to pay for your membership. It was like $29. It's like and I said, okay, that's cool. And and so he did. I still didn't do anything for several months until just probably a couple of months ago, just a few months ago, and I finally got this stuff, and I said, wow, this is pretty freaking amazing. Because before this, I was like in a coma. I was like kind of like laying there all the time. I couldn't move much. I was just like going like this. But when I have these greens, I'm like, bam, holy mackerel! And then when I put the reds in there, now I get these blues going on. I'm like a freaking maniac.
I haven't tried the blues yet, but now you've got me all jazzed up. I want to, definitely.
I was really hoping it was going to turn blue. I really was. I was hoping it was going to be like I think if you put blue and red, it turns green. I think that's how the mixture of colors are. I'm not a graphic artist.
Yeah, we had to share. We were kind of in the same spot as you were when we were introduced. We were just like. But once we tried the product, the greens especially, it's like you just want to shout it from the mountaintops. That it's better than an espresso. It's longer lasting. It's more powerful, and even like more long lasting energy than an energy drink. So it's just it beats all the competition hands down.
Yeah, I don't even do those things. I never even had energy drinks. Honestly, I think I might have had one in a bar one time, but they mixed it with some other kind of mixed drink or something like that. Well, just for the was some expensive weird thing. But I don't even drink those things. But I do have coffee. Yeah. I do still have coffee. But I have it after I have this. I get this thing there first. I drink because it's good to have water anyways first thing in the morning. So I drink a good healthy dose of that, and then wait a few minutes. Then I'll do the coffee. So it just puts me in a better frame of mind.
Yeah, absolutely. And the nutrition, I believe in the nutrition so much. So I believe that everyone can benefit from that.
Well, 5.5 pounds in every scoop of, I still don't understand because it's just a small scoop. How do they do that, Christi? Because you know more about this than I do. How do they make it 5.5 pounds of super greens or super reds in each scoop? How do they do that? Do you know?
I just like to think that it's a little green fairy and they deliver the goods.
I've got some people over here like Terry. She'll probably really relate to the green fairy sort of stuff. Hey, what are you drinking? You have a red? Is that what you're drinking?
I actually prefer mine in carrot juice instead of having apple juice. In our house, we just we have carrot juice, and so I just like to put in a glass of carrot juice, a scoop, and I'm ready to go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. I just do it with water. I'm just a water guy, so that's pretty cool. But
yeah, that's good too.
I love that whole green fairy thing. That's pretty cool. That's going to take a life. Somebody's got to go out there and get that hashtag. Somebody's got to go out there and buy the domain. I'm sure it's probably already gone, but Jackson will probably jump all over that one. littlegreenfairy.com or whatever.
That's catchy.
Christi, now sometimes I ask people, send me some questions. Send me some questions. I didn't even think I even need any with you because we know each other so much. But you did say you wanted to know. You did want to ask me about gratitude. What is your definition of gratitude? What is that? How do you explain it?
Well, my philosophy of gratitude, if you will, is really grounded and rooted in my faith. So I believe in God. I believe in that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and I believe in the Holy Spirit. And therefore, when I'm being grateful, I'm being thankful, I'm showing gratitude, and I'm showing praise to the one that's responsible for all that I am being grateful for. And I think that is essential in having a truly powerful life as a result of gratitude. But the great thing is that you don't have to really get that or understand that. to experience the benefits of gratitude. So gratitude is an essential part of life for sure.
So you're going right to the source. I mean, you're cutting out the middleman. You're just going right to the source. In other words.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm still grateful for the people, because they show God's love, and so I'm grateful for the instruments of love in my life in all forms. God's the ultimate source of it all, but they manifest in people like you, and it's so awesome to be appreciative in all forms.
How has gratitude affected you or changed your life?
Well, it's changed my life profoundly. It really has. Truly understanding gratitude and why we should be grateful in the first place is really what's had the most impact on my life. And when I put being grateful into practice, that's when I really started to notice things changing and happening in my life. When I was first acquainted with gratitude, I regarded it more like an emotion. But when I came to realize that it's like a key in a process of living life, that's when I saw what I like to call active gratitude produce results in my life big time. Like, number one, I feel that God will bless you more when you truly acknowledge all these things, all the good things are coming from Him. And it's like a child and a father. If you're the father, you delight when your child shows thankfulness and comes from a thankful heart for all the good that you give them, and it makes you want to give them more. And so I feel like that it's the same with God. If you're truly thankful to Him, how do you think that He would feel? Of course, He's going to want to bless you even more.
Well, of course. Yeah, I mean, same thing with a real parent with a kid. You can do you want to do whatever you can do for the child, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it just fills you with love. It fills your heart up. It's beautiful. And then also, God knows that when your heart is positioned in that way, that you can be trusted with even more and more. And God also knows that. I feel also that the ungrateful will waste and complain and squander and add negativity. So many would agree, you don't deserve more if you can't be appreciative and grateful for the blessings that you already have in your life.
Right.
So number two, I feel that when you focus on what you focus on, you attract to you. And so when you focus on all that you have, all the blessings in your life, all that you have to be happy for, you'll be given way more of that, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I actually think gratitude is almost like cheating. It's almost too easy. It's almost too easy of a process, because it's so easy to wake up in the morning. I used to do that. I wake up and I'd be thinking, oh, I get these things that are happening in my life. And the first thing in the morning. I mean, this is even before I would get up and read the newspaper. Before I would even pour. It's like you're on fire. So let me go out there and get some gasoline. I pour some gasoline on this fire. Go read the newspaper and turn on the news. It's like you're blazing, and before you even start the day, you're like a blazing inferno. You're, so it's like now. I mean, I don't. First of all, I cut those things out. I don't do those things at all. I don't even like to look up at the little right hand side on Facebook where to tell you the little news stories. But when you look at gratitude of practicing gratitude, where you start thinking about why you're grateful, and it could be, like you said, it could be going right to the source, it could be God. And God is always number one for me. I mean, that's always the first one anyways. God, family, friends. But when you plug into that, when you go there, you start thinking about what you're grateful for, you can't be in a bad mood. And like you said, then it's then you get trusted with more things, more abundance starts coming into you, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just kind of a magical effect. It's like, you start going into a zone, and then it's just like kind of a river of blessings.
I love it.
Just allow it to flow through you.
Okay, hashtag that one, river of blessings, guys. Go ahead. River, we got a couple good ones. River of blessings and the Little Green Fairy. we'll probably get a few more before the show is over. Now, hey, now one thing we talk about in this community here, Christy, that we talk about a lot. I don't know if Priscilla came up with it, Priscilla McMillan or Jackson, or even I don't know who came up with the term. The alignment, community, and connection. We use it all the time. We always use that thing. How does that fit into everything? How does that whole thing tie into your life?
It's such an essential equation. Connection, alignment, and community. You've got to have that, and that's one reason that we just feel it in our hearts that get that message out, because people thrive and the impossible can be achieved when there are more of us focusing on one common goal. And if you want to achieve anything in your life, you have to have a plan. And if you want to achieve amazing, even unbelievable things in your life, the impossible, having a plan that is in line with others will get you through the impossible and accomplish the great in your life.
And just hanging around with people. I mean, just hanging around with a community of people like that. It's because it rubs off then, doesn't it? When you're hanging around with other people who are doing the same sort of a thing.
Yeah, big time. And there's something that magical that happens when there's like more than one soul on a project. It's like when you align souls to working together, working for good and in line with God, then amazing things happen.
Right, because there's really no drawback to that. I seen it. I don't know if you ever see it. It's a leadership video. They pass it. It's on YouTube. I'll try to. Maybe I'll share it today. It's been around for a couple of years, but it is. There's like one. They're like at a concert, like a Woodstock sort of a concert. The hippie guy goes out there and he starts acting like really weird, just dancing around. Maybe you've seen it, just acting like really, really, really crazy, trying to get people to dance, and like everybody just sitting there. They're all just hanging out. And then one other guy goes up there and joins them. And then now all of a sudden there's two people doing it. And then next thing you know, a third person comes out there. And it's like now it's like there's three people doing it. And then before you know it, everybody comes, like the whole. It's like the majority of people that are there are in this big circle dancing, and that's how it is. That's like the river of blessings you're talking about.
Yeah, that's totally a picture of it.
Have you seen that video? Have you seen that video have you seen that one?
Now, is that one where someone's dancing on a grass?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I have. That is awesome.
I'll share it on my Facebook wall today too. It is really cool. It's all when you first go out there and do something. Like you guys tell me about these products here. It's like, okay, you're telling me about these cool things. Cool, okay, that's cool. It's like it just didn't really affect me. It didn't make that big of an indent at that time, because timing is a big thing too.
Definitely, absolutely.
Timing is a big thing for everybody in every situation. But you guys didn't say, well, screw him, screw Bob. He's not with the program. You didn't do that. You hung in there because you care, because you're real. You are connected to God. You're connected with that. You're true. You're real. And that's what you do for friends. You don't just say, well, screw him. He's next. Like they always like you always hear that a lot of times. People that are in business, sales, or like network marketing or something like that, they go like next. And it's almost like so impersonal a lot of times. They just, well, that person I didn't. Well, let's go. There's millions of people, and they go to another person. But that's not the way you do it with people. That's not how alignment, community, and connection is all about. That's how you don't do that to your friends.
Right, and like you said, timing is everything. So if someone's not in a place where they're ready to even think about that,
right,
that doesn't mean that they're not for it. That doesn't mean that they won't take a look at it and go, wow, yeah, I'd love to. And that's essential in my life now. Exactly. So things change, and so always be open and always be let whatever happens, as far as letting people be who they are and come along when they do.
Exactly, and just be there for them. Just be there for that person. That's so important. It's such a great lesson. Now, Christy, do you have, because we don't even have a real lot of time. I know this is going to go so fast. What do you have, or does anybody have any questions for Christy, or do you have anything that you want to say without me babbling? Is there any message that you want to get out there? That you want to get the people?
Well, I just want to say that I just love our community. You guys are so awesome. Thank you guys so much. I just love every one of you guys. You're awesome, and you just inspire me and definitely make it exciting to work and do the great things that we're all going to do together.
Now there's one thing that I miss here right now. I miss because you're here and you're not over there, because Christy's always over here. Christy's always the one that lights up that chat. She's always the one. She'll say, okay, for like Larry, she'll say, okay, put in L's for Larry Ryan. Like so light it up for. So can you guys go ahead in the chat over there and just light this thing up for Christy? Put some C's over there for Christy, just like she does for all of us. Christy's always doing it. She likes. I mean, I don't even how do you do that? First of all, how do you do that? Is there some kind of copy and paste or something? How do you do that? I tried it.
I love it. Yeah, I've got them memorized, so I practice typing a lot. So I just like rattle them off, and it's by memory.
Okay,
it's always fun giving you guys a cup of coffee and a heart.
I mean, because I actually try. I mean, I could put my finger on the keyboard and do like a lot of C's. I could do that. But as far as putting all the hearts and all that kind of stuff in there, I mean.
Yeah, to get the whole thing, you copy and paste it. You get a paragraph and copy and paste that. That's a little tip.
Do you have one saved on your computer somewhere?
No, but that's a good idea.
I know it is. I wonder if it would transfer over into this platform or not. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Like, yeah, because I'm a one finger typer. I just type. I'm a one. So I go slower than Jackson said we'll do a training. Good. Maybe one of these Friday Night Lives or something like that. Or maybe we'll have a special Wednesday night training.
You guys are awesome.
So what's next now? So what's next for you guys? Is Thursday night, is that going to be coming on live, or?
Yes, and we've got special plans for Thursday Night Live. We're planning just like our other shows. It's going to be big, and we're just, as time goes and we get better and better at it, it's going to get better and better and more fun. It's going to be weekly, Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are so excited because it's the next step, so it's a big one, and we're super, super stoked.
And isn't that how it happens? So when you do something and you stay with it and you don't quit, you just become better at it, don't you?
Yeah, like we were looking at some of our videos from Friday Night Live, like from the beginning. We didn't have any sets. We didn't have a intro music. We've come a long way. It's so funny, looking back and seeing where you come from.
Yeah.
And when you love the journey, it's even more special and more sweet when you look back.
Yeah, I remember Jackson. He kind of makes fun of, because I told him at one time, I forget exactly what I said, but I said it was like, what it was kind of. I didn't say it sucked. I didn't say that. I just said it was. He was the reason I said something. It might not have sounded real flattering, is because he was having a lot of technical difficulties. He was coming on and it was going off and it was just like he was having a lot of technical difficulties. He said I did say it. I didn't mean it like that. The shot I was preaching. I was there for almost every single one. It was always fun. But there were a lot of little glitches. In fact, I was like, I'm saying to myself, oh my God, I don't ever want to get this webinars on air platform because I don't want to look stupid like Jackson's looking here. It was something like that. I was feeling sorry for the guy. But you guys stuck with it. You stuck with it. And that's a cool thing. It's just that's a powerful message. Just stay with something like that. And you guys did. So, hats off to you guys. And now you're living your dream, you're living your passion, you're reaching out. More and more people are just coming to you. People are just being attracted to the things that you've created. And it's so cool to watch that, Christy. I'm so grateful to watch the blessings, the river blessings that is heading your way. It's so cool.
Well, thank you so much, Bob. Wow. You are a tremendous blessing, for sure, in this community. I'm so thankful. I'm really grateful to know you, for sure.
Well, a big part of that is you guys. A big part of my blessing is meeting you guys. So it's just been and everybody that's a support, everybody that comes in supports this show. It's just so cool. And we got that 9 o'clock, we got that 8 o'clock Pacific time phone call that you guys turned us on to Doug Fireball. I mean, so I get 10 minutes of that inspiration before I come on here. So that's pretty cool. Then like right after the show, got his Set It On Fire call. I mean his Millionaire Road show that Jackson will hopefully will put on my Facebook wall today. It's an hour-long show. So when you surround yourself with people who have that mindset of approving, of getting better, of growing, when you're around that kind of people, you can't help but not to get better.
Absolutely, it's infectious. It's great. I'm inspired by you. If I'm ever feeling like, oh, I could use a pep up, then I see your video on gratitude. Like yesterday was next to that field of flowers, and that was just so gorgeous. It immediately brought my vibration up. I was so
That's
thankful
cool.
for that.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, it is. It's like I said, gratitude is when you practice gratitude, it's like cheating. It's too easy.
Yeah.
Well, guys, and we are a little bit past the time. But Christi, thank you so much. How can people get if they want to just say, I got to get a hold of that girl? How can they reach out and touch base with you? What's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Well, thank you so much for having me, and thank you, Practice Gratitude Success Nation, for having me. It's been a great morning with you. You guys can get a hold of me on any of the social media networks, on Christi at ChristiKelly.com. You can text me 970-710-1526. You can contact me at ChristiKelly.com/nowyouknow. And also, I am giving away a free gift to thank you and to thank your audience for having me today. So if you message me or text me, Practice Gratitude Success, then you will get your very first you'll get to try your very first toxic-free product.
Really?
Because
Free gift?
yes, we believe in living a life of health and having control over your health and living the life that you want, how you want it. And we believe that really is rooted in health and good health. And so you can get your free toxic-free product. Just message me, Practice Gratitude Success.
Okay, so ChristiKelly.com/what?
ChristiKelly.com/nowyouknow.
Now you know. N-O-W, right? Now you know. Y-O-U, K-N-O-W. Let me see if that's right. I just put it inside the chat. Now you know. Okay, cool. Got it. Awesomeness. Well, Christi, thank you so much. That's very generous of you. So thank you so much for everything, just for being you. Thank you so much for both of you guys, for Jackson as well. You guys are just like my favorite couple like in the freaking world. I love you. I love you guys. So
I love you, Bob. You rock.
we will be talking to you again all the time real soon. You have to come back on for an encore. Will you do that?
Definitely, I will, of course.
Awesome. I love Jackson, but I get enough of him. He's on a lot. Love the guy, but
Jackson is awesome.
It's nice to have just some Christies here. So thanks so much, Christi. I really appreciate
you. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Okay, bye.